This video will demonstrate how to use the Advanced Jump Analysis program, AJAP. First, you must select how you would like your variables to be calculated. If you have a force plate and position transducer, select force and displacement. If you only have a force plate, select force only. If you only have a position transducer, choose displacement only. When you select this option, you will always get this warning. Using displacement only is not recommended. It is not as reliable as using a force plate only, or ideally a force plate and a position transducer. You might get errors in your variable outputs, so please check your results after you have performed the calculations. You must also have the subject's mass stored correctly in the BMS DAT file. Please refer to the BMS documentation for further information. For our example, we will choose force and displacement. By default, batch analysis is selected. File Open brings up a dialog box where we can select the files we would like to analyse. In this case, we have selected 5 files. Next, we must choose Options and Variables, and here we can select the variables that we would like to record. We may select all of the variables and deselect the variables we do not wish to have outputted, or we can select None and select the few variables that we would like outputted. In this case, we will choose jump height, maximum power, flight time, and the length of a concentric phase. Note, in the help documentation, all these variables are explained. Once you have selected the output that you would like, select Save and Close. Next, select Start Analysis and type the file name where you would like your output saved to. At this time, the analysis is already complete and the program is writing the results to Excel. Here it is output the 4 variables that we selected in the Variables Options panel. Jump height in meters, maximum power in watts, flight time in seconds, and the length of the concentric phase in seconds. We may also choose force only and perform the same calculations, except this time it will only use the force plate data to perform these calculations. Again, the calculations have already finished and the program is running the results to Excel. Similarly, we can choose displacement only. Again, we will get this warning box and perform the same calculations using results only from the displacement or position transducer. Note also that when you have selected files for analysis, they will also be loaded into this list box here. From here, you may select a file and load it into the data viewer, and then right-click to plot any of the variables you see listed here. For example, height, or force, or velocity, or power. You may also wish to select only a range of the data to plot this by itself. Note also that the plotting tools available to you here allow you to zoom in on a certain section, or use the data cursor to select a specific data point to see what the X and Y values are, in this case the height and the time. You may wish to see what the minimum value is, or the maximum, or any other point along the curve. You may also choose to save these plots as a figure such as a JPEG image, or a GIF, or a bitmap, which you may choose to use in presentations. Note also that the variables loaded here will be calculated depending on your calculations options. In this case, force and displacement have been used to calculate velocity and power. If you choose force only, height will be calculated from the force, and if you choose displacement only, force will be calculated from the height. So for example, if we select force only and load the trial again, you will see that we have different data in here because only the force has been used to calculate the variables. Similarly, if we choose displacement only and load the data again, the data will be different because this time only the displacement data has been used to calculate the variables. Help is available